The most important thing for people to remove is the ultra processed foods, and the signature ingredient of the ultra processed foods are the refined carbohydrates and the refined vegetable oils. If all you do is that, you are going to experience tremendous health benefits. Please do not put flax seeds in your smoothie. This is the number one thing I can warn people against who are smoothie lovers. When flax seeds are damaged by blending or chewing, they release tiny quantities of cyanide. Well, I think a lot of people think about brain food, like eating for their brain, as adding specific things to their diet that are going to bolster their brain health and protect their brain from things like depression and dementia. And we think of certain superfoods and supplements as being really important for brain health. So, things like, eating more berries or dark chocolate or red wine, those kinds of things. And not only do those strategies not work, but they actually can work against people because for two reasons. One is because they aren't effective, but worse than that, it's one thing to do something that's not effective, but the real problem, I think, with the superfood strategy is that it distracts people from what's actually important about brain food. The things that you can do to improve your brain health have nothing to do really, or very little to do with adding special things to the diet. They really have to do with subtracting the things from the diet that are working against your brain in the first place. That's a really powerful strategy. And now, of course, it's not as easy as adding things, and it doesn't feel as empowering or as positive as subtraction. Subtraction feels depriving and negative and difficult, but it is so much more effective. So I think that's one of the problems that I want to make sure people learn a little bit more about for the most part. So we'll kind of take these three different examples because they are quite different from each other. So berries, for example, there's really nothing wrong with having berries in the diet. They are, unless you're sensitive to berries or have to keep your carbohydrate intake very, very low and can't have too many berries. But for the most part, berries are fine and they're delicious. They're safe. I would, however, caution people against over consuming dark chocolate because there is quite a bit of sugar in dark chocolate. So we do need to be careful about sugar intake. And so I would say berries, I'd give a green light. I'd say chocolate, I'd give a yellow light. Be careful with over consuming chocolate. With red wine, I really would give a red light here. As a psychiatrist who's focusing on optimizing brain health, I really can't recommend red wine as a part of a healthy diet. It doesn't mean you can't include some, but it means that we can't put it in the same category as something that may have potential benefits or even be completely benign because it does have risks. So, and each person's risk is different. You need to know, where you stand in terms of your ability to safely consume, moderate amounts of red wine.